Welcome to my mother's house. It's definitely not as exciting as the bus, but Kaylee and I came home back to Massachusetts on Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
We came back home Wednesday night, and we're here for the holidays and through the new year, and then we're going back to the bus. Luckily, someone who follows our channel, this guy named Rob, allowed us to keep our bus at his house, which is awesome and was a huge help for us. So our bus is stashed about an hour outside Sacramento, and we're still kind of doing the same stuff as when we're in the bus. We've turned my mother's house into a candle factory. We're getting all the Christmas candles out. We're getting them to the post office today. But it is 1:45 and the post office closes at 5. So we got 3 hours. We have to get packing materials, boxes, and a few other things. And then we're getting these candles out. But while we do all of this and while we try to beat the clock, what are we doing?
2-Minute Tuesday.
That was smooth.
So this 2-Minute Tuesday is going to be about how to start a YouTube channel, and
That's about it?
that's about it.
We're running out of time. We gotta get rolling here. So we're shooting off to the post office to get some boxes. Wanna go for a ride? Load up.
So tip number 1, you do not need to blow a bunch of money on a $2,000 camera. You can easily start off with just using the cell phone that you have. Try it out first to see if it's something that you like to do. You know, it's a lot of money to invest in a really nice camera. The iPhones nowadays, they're freaking badass. You do not need a $2,000 camera to start vlogging.
The gear that you buy won't make you any better or worse, especially when you first start off. And that brings us to our second point. The second tip is with each video that you make, tell a story. Have some kind of build up to a conflict, then kind of have like the climax of that conflict and then the resolution. As a really simple example, today in our video, our conflict is trying to get our candles mailed out. The conflict is we only have until 5 o'clock. We have 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we've created a story to share while we're talking about these tips that we have to start a YouTube channel. So do the best that you can, that with each video you make, you're telling a story. Time to write some labels. Alright, we don't have enough time for any more tips. We gotta mail all these out. It is 4:29, 4:28. So we gotta go. We'll see you at the post office. No, you stay. You stay. I'll load it up with candles. Oh, stop it.
So we finally figured it out. We just got back from the post office, and what we decided to do was get the free envelopes, and we just stuffed a bunch of the bubble wrap in there and then wrapped the candle really good and then put it in there, and we're pretty much paying about half as much as what we were paying before. And now that the candles are all done, finally we have nothing left in our Etsy order inbox. We have our third tip for you. That was not me, I promise. That was my boot. The third tip is to practice talking to the camera. Now, Jordan and I can both agree that when we first started out, we freaking hated it. Not hated it, but it was just really awkward, and it was really hard because you're basically talking to a third person. That's not a real person, it's a lens, and it can be very uncomfortable. So over time, you will get it, and you'll gain that confidence, and eventually you'll be vlogging in a grocery store with a bunch of people around, not even caring. So that's the kind of fun part of it. But just start talking to your camera, and you're going to say things like 100 times before you decide that that's what you want to put on the video, because you're gonna look awkward, you're gonna sound awkward, and you're not gonna like it. And watching back at yourself, you're like, wow, I am an idiot. So just be patient with yourself. Practice, and do not be discouraged the first few times, because you are going to suck, but I promise it will get better.
We're about to head out of here. We're gonna go out to dinner to celebrate and to be with Kaylee's family. But just for the last tip, I don't know, is this 4? 5? Tip number 4 is to stop talking so much. So we've all seen YouTube videos where someone sets up a camera, puts it on their face, and talks for 18 minutes about a subject. And that's not to say they're not giving great information, and that's not to say that it's not useful. But it's very important that when you're creating a video that it's also entertaining. I guess the best way to put it is think of it this way. Think about when you were in school and you had a teacher, and you had one teacher who would deliver their information with maybe a really good presentation, or maybe with a game, or maybe with something that was really engaging, or if you had a teacher who would stand up and would lecture. So if it is a video where you're doing a lot of talking, have things playing over your voice. Maybe it's pictures, maybe it's B-roll that you shot. So with that, I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna wrap this video up right here. You still eating chocolate over there? So this is the end of our third 2-Minute Tuesday. That's probably gonna be put out on a Wednesday. We're not gonna put out another video between now and Christmas, so we just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or
Kwanzaa.
Merry Kwanzaa, or Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrate. We just hope you guys have an awesome time with your families, and we just want to thank you for following along with this journey, and even when we're back home in our snowy, cold state of Massachusetts.
Lola just ate, so she's all set for the night. It's time for our turn, and we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.